Chance to speak my mind. Never thought you would hear it. Oh, and if you run, baby, I will follow every time. I show you what I'm feeling. You got me going, can't control. Fingers crossed you take me home. So play me all night, hold me tight, keep me in the spotlight. Show me what it's all about. Just take a shot, morning's getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me you will be alright. We're closer now, think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So keep me moving to the beat of the night. Till the lights go out. Oh, and if you want, baby, I could be the only one. Make up your mind. I know you want it. I know you need it. Come on, show me. Show me anything. You got me running. Can you feel it? If you let me, I'll show you what it means. I know you want it. I know you need it. Come on, show me. Show me it. You got me going. Can't control. Fingers crossed you take me home. So play me all night. Hold me tight. Keep me in the spotlight. Show me what it's all about. Just take a shot. Morning's getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me you will be alright. We're closer now. Think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting? Show me what it's all about. What it's all about. Getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me you will be alright. We're closer now. Think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? Think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? Just take the shot, take the time we try this out. What are you waiting for?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wizard Within. And boy, have we a show for you. And it's been a trip just trying to get it started. But hey, I'm going to introduce my co-host, Jan King. And she's going to give us some insights as to what's happening, what's going on, and how can we fix it. I hope. Jan, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome.
Well, you can tell Mercury is still retrograde.
I guess.
Because where did it go? I don't know why it disappeared, but it did. But we're back, and tell your dog to calm down, because I'm fine now.
Okay, you still hear him? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we had some difficulties trying to get this show on the road, and although this is not going to be a permanent platform for the show, we are working on other things, and we want to make sure it's perfected before we move on to it. So, Jan, I don't know what you have set for what you want to share with others, and just, start it and do it. And
Okay. Well, I'll do it, and then as I guess what I could do is, I was going to do a few things on what's happening out there in the stars, and the lunar eclipse, which just passed, the full moon, has probably had some effect upon many of us in the past week. And so here we go again, girls and boys. mean, most of us. I mean, some of us, I think there are a lot of you out there who may not be affected by it because you're just not paying attention, which is okay, because we don't have to be affected by all the energy, because it's really, which I say, increasing in its vibration. And we'll get to that, because Sprinkles is going to bring in vibration stuff in a little bit. So that's part of what's going on. And I guess in the next few months, please know that, which was previous to this, back in earlier July, it's going to last. This kind of energy is transforming in some ways, and yet it's very nice, if I may say nice, because there is there's a lot of good stuff coming out of it, but we have to allow it to happen. And many, I won't say most, I'll say many out there are still hanging on to something so tightly that they're not even paying attention to what is actually going on.
Yeah.
So drama is one of the things that is possible right now. So if you're in a relationship or any other kind of, even whether it's business or personal, don't let anybody pull you into the drama, okay?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
No drama. Because it's going to take you away from what your truth is. And what right now, that truth is important. As you can know, when you start to talk about vibrations,
Yeah.
it's about truth, your truth, everyone's truth. So we'll see what happens with that. And in the meantime, okay, there was a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and you should have enjoyed this, Sprinkles, right? You.
Oh yes, in more ways than one.
Yeah, and it was right near my moon, which didn't help me at all. But it's okay, and it was in 24 degrees of Capricorn. So what it is saying is you're either going to be screaming or you'll be howling. You're still howling with this moon, this full moon, okay? And I don't know, I think that as I talk to people out there in the past week, it's either one extreme or the other. Either you're pretty much nurturing and your family and just staying in the moment, and then there's others out there raging and screaming. It's not about that anymore. It's not. So don't run for the hills, okay? Even though it's getting intense. And I wanted to run for the hills this evening. Was going on when I couldn't get on here. I did. So
can I ask you a question? To me, it seems so much more powerful with the sun in the sign of Leo now.
Yes.
Well, that is also a contributor to the influences of these eclipses and such?
Yes, it does have a bearing on this right now. And I say that because there we go, we were laughing for a moment. So I always find there's humor in everything, even if it's the most negative thing you can find. I bet we could find humor, and that's what it is. That's what it's about. A lot of things are about that, finding the lightness in it. You don't want to be negative. You want to go drama, like I said. You want to be light about it. So Capricorn is never light. Capricorn. I mean, I'm not saying.
No, I know what you mean. Go ahead.
I'm not saying that as a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon, like you're the sun and I'm the moon here, you know, it's not saying you can't be light, but the thing is, Capricorn is about taking care of business, basically. Okay, that's what it always meant to me. Is you're a bit more serious. You don't have your head in the clouds, and you're not really. You don't always be lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
Okay, like a cancer.
Oh yes.
Okay. And you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, with the Capricorn being the moon, the full moon, it's like it wants to readdress certain things in your life, and so many So many are just holding on, and I keep saying this, whether it's in my blog or it's in something else I'm talking about. I see this as I wander through my life. What are you holding on to? Capricorn doesn't want you. It's coming in, and Pluto's in Capricorn, Saturn's in Capricorn. With Pluto in Capricorn, that's saying, hey, you have to change something. You have to let something go. Or, you know what Pluto's going to do? It's going to kick you in the butt, if I may say that. It's going to give you a big prod or a big kick. And if you don't want to jump off that mountain or fly through the air, it's going to make you do that, you know, in some ways. It doesn't have to be difficult, but if you're going to fight it, what's going to happen? It's going to get intense. It's going to get real intense, and you don't want it to be intense. So this full moon in Capricorn is being affected by the Pluto and Saturn also, and also the South Node, which means, wow, you know what that means? It means like you are, what are you doing? You're still back there, where? You're still living in your childhood? No, seriously, I'm not saying it has to be your childhood. It could be anywhere. 5 minutes ago, or it could be 10 years ago, or it could be 50 years ago. You're still living there, because the South Node is about the past, about things that you've learned, but are you really using those things you learned? That's what he's trying to tell you. You know, you're good at something. You're really become good at this particular issue, or this particular talent or creative ability. Well, then why aren't you taking it forward to the North Node and the Sun in the Sun in Cancer? But that's another issue here. You could easily make a big leap here. I mean, most out there will say the full moon is, you know, they don't want you to be around the full moon. I don't know what's going to happen. But this is a time when you can really do things in a big way, in a really big way.
Well,
so,
you know, which is, it's kind of resonating, is because we're doing something different too. We're having a drawing take place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's one thing. The other thing is that we know what Mercury's retrograde, so we're not going to start the new platform just yet.
Exactly.
And it's really pretty cool how things are kind of working themselves out. And when you say drama, that the first thing that comes to my mind is Leo. That's why I had to ask you that question on the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's at now. But then you can see there's been a big switch too, though, don't you think? Things have switched around, especially political. If you look at the political thing, how things are switching there, it's really crazy.
Well, you know what? What this is trying, another thing about Capricorn, and it doesn't seem this way to most out there, and I know this, and I'm not going to go into depth about this because because I really want to have this program continue. Mm-hmm. So, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that this, why are there so many that are going, raging? They're raging.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Raging doesn't work. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because bottom line is, Capricorn wants you to stay on track, and Father Capricorn is going to say, hey, why aren't you walking the line? Why aren't you walking your path? And why are you even concerned about this other stuff? Because it's taking care of itself. Right? And Pluto is there to say, well, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it for you, and you're not going to like what I do. Because many will be trying to hold on, and Pluto's saying, you're not going to hold on because I'm going to do it this way because this is what the plan is. There is some kind of a plan. Okay.
A focus.
I think you know what I mean about. I mean, I think there is. I'm not saying if you have to follow this totally, fully, completely, but I think that there is some kind of designated direction for the, I will say, the country to go in. And it doesn't seem like it's happening right now. It seems like there's chaos, all kinds of interference. But maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, okay, let's wake up.
Yes.
Let's
Exactly.
let's think about it. Let's review. Oh my gosh, all those things are.
That's exactly.
Overwhelming. Don't you think it's overwhelming now?
No.
No?
No. I'm not saying you can't feel that way. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I just, you know why I don't? Because I see it as I can go there, I can be overwhelmed, or I could stay right where I am and watch what's happening and just continue to work on myself. That's why you're here. That's why we're here.
Yes.
You know that. Right?
Yes, I do.
I'm not saying I'm not saying we can't be involved in certain parts of this. Yes. But the bottom line is, why would somebody like Capricorn could be stern, they could be very professional and very business, and whereas Cancer is more, hugs and kisses and family and let's all get together, and Capricorn isn't always like that.
Yeah, food, family, and friends.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that many times with this full moon, I feel like there's so many out there that are saying things, doing things, and I'm just using this as an example, that they are using, they're taking something from themselves and putting it out there, but it has nothing to do with them, okay?
Yeah.
Unless it's something, if you're on a particular committee, or you have to, if you work in a certain area, okay, certain things you have to do. But bottom line is, how do you hate somebody you don't know?
Yeah. And that's a big puzzle. But it also makes you, with me, it kind of made me go back to, I retired. I was going to throw everything in on this.
Okay.
And I kept going back to, okay, what's my purpose?
Right.
And everything that supposedly was my purpose was like extreme, if you will. It seemed extreme to me in a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. And I had to focus on what it is that I enjoyed, what is it that, and there's been slight changes, but everything that I kind of started, like with my garden and stuff, I was invaded by squirrels, and mm-hmm. it was crazy. It was kind of crazy, but yet I had to focus on what it is that my purpose is here for. Okay,
yes.
And on the personal side, I'm fine. Right now, I'm fine. I was fine before that too, but my seeking of the hunger to share and stay away from the drama. It's very hard to stay away from drama. Okay, because it can put you in if you're not aware. If you allow it to invade you into your space, it's gonna go.
Oh, I agree.
So everything that you're saying here and the words that you're using, I'm connecting with all these things like, oh yeah, I was wondering what was my purpose, what should I do? Like, here I retired. What am I, crazy? There's so much to share with others. Why am I hiding that now? I never hid it before, and I'm not going to do it now. And now it's like in Leo, and I have Pluto in Leo. When
I do too.
You do too. Okay. So I forgot what degree I'm at. But, I know that this is a sign, and it deals with work in my sick house. Okay, mm-hmm. So I have to dig deeper to bring out a new outfit or revive something because Pluto doesn't get it.
Right, exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have to do it in a different spin. That's what we're doing. So just thinking of these aspects, it goes down into, yeah, you're absolutely right. And even though the political thing out there is crazy and chaotic, and to me, it's like it's flipping. Everything is flipping now out there.
Yes, it is. It is. And since you have to do this out with in the third house.
Make one before this.
Why don't you make a statement on that? Just one statement. What's that?
What statement? For what?
Pluto in the third house. What do you think about Pluto in the third? Don't go into detail. Maybe just one sentence. Pluto in the third house. What does that mean to you?
Coming out.
Okay. All right.
Communication.
But it's square by Mercury in Taurus.
That doesn't with Mercury
Yes.
is
Super.
you confirm what you say. Put it that way. You get behind your expression of your communication.
Most people don't like my expression.
I don't have net things of me one way or another, but the thing is, I try to be as honest as possible. We don't like your comment. We do. We don't like the Oh my God! But the thing is, we have the ability to can be about others, and we have communicate the things that we do. Some people know more. Like, hey, I didn't get anything. Peg knows me pretty well too. Okay, so I do get. It's like almost like I'm old business sometimes, and I don't like that part of me. but I see it, and that's taught me. So what do we have in store coming up here?
Well, there's one thing I would just say real quick. There's some fearfulness coming with this full moon. And it's basically saying, assess what is going on using any info that you get from within yourself. Okay?
Yes.
So stop listening to everybody else and listen to what they say, and why don't you just settle down, take a moment, breathe, and put it on your head, right?
And it seems very subtle now, but I just be kidding.
Okay, it is. And it's, I'm saying, I meet people and tell very fearful. Okay? And I'm not saying I've never done something else somewhere down the road or whatever. But the thing is, I don't know. I feel it comes through. And I think the reason we're afraid of, I don't know. So it's telling you to recognize why you might be fearful. And then when you see what it is that's making you feel like, then you can become less victim and more. And that comes with yourself. It also works more. They don't have to always have other people telling you what to do. In the realm, you could do it yourself. Whatever you do.
Well, yeah, that's true, because they did do that. I did a lightsaber cut of it.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
And that turned out very nice, too. I had a hard time with myself. I had to put around with things to finally get it home enough to do it. So, but yeah, very, very different.
That's what happened with many also got themselves. So they need to change their mechanism, whatever. Why you else believe yourself? Another thing with the cancer, it's movements all over the but matter of just so it's a matter of right now bringing that balance of like being more organized, being a little bit more business-like, looking at that part of your life, the Cancer side of it, which is really with the North Node, and is trying to take things forward in a different direction. Okay, so that's different. That's a little different than what most full moons are about. Okay. So it's a matter of just stopping, breaking that balance, because it's not that like give you it's going to shake you up.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Just want to say that her North Node is in Capricorn and her South Node is in Capricorn.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. So she's it's shaking. Does she feel shaken?
The way I answer.
Okay.
Peg, she's supposed to. Peg, do you? Yes, she says. Yes.
Okay, because it helps you to really find that truth. You know, it's getting your thing to ask for that. Going back to another direction, and it's never been so which way point to the north, the reminder of the feeling blood here, because it's sort of like single, and that's what most people say, but that's what came to me.
Yeah, well, it is yes, and we should put no matter what. Yes.
Okay, we all know.
We got to get out of here.
I want to say.
Okay.
And how do you do with them? Okay. It has to be. Okay, and then you could already watch what you have been for us. But it's about, I don't know if you saw it, and the other diaper company are going to make smart diapers. I don't know if you did you see it? Oh, because have the way the diaper is going to work, they will have some kind of I don't know.
Degradable?
No. In the diapers, we have to what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. That's how unelectronic I am. Say it's hooked to a phone or something hooked to a phone, and you could see a baby peep. Is it heavy? Is it light? Yes. Oh yes. It might be the stuff, but this is even worse. They put smart diapers on babies. It's amazing.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, look it up.
I will.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. All right. That's the end of my story. If there are a couple other things going on. Jupiter is square to Neptune, asking you what delusions are still hanging around your life, right? And go within to see what you can do about shifting things. That's the lesson. Also, if you want to find out how it's affecting you as a sun sign or a rising sign, you can look at my blog.
You can be right on with things that you really like to. I look at that. Yes, I know what you mean. And the people that are viewing this are finding out where they can connect with you, and it's at the https Janice WordPress.com.
Yeah, so it's Janice JANAIS.wordpress.com.
Yeah, and
okay.
You have that on the screen.
Yeah. All right. So what's next?
Okay, hold that thought, because right now we need to take a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
I'm a wow man when it comes to cover prices, and I'm still a wow man when it comes to cover prices.
Can we sell you a mattress? Don't get ripped off, find a mattress. Queen set start at $139, plus the free pillow tops at 15-year warranty. Same day delivery available. You can shop all over town, but you won't find a better deal anywhere.
And no bull.
Don't have time to shop around? Visit our website at CompleteFurnitureTucson.com.
Complete Furniture, our name says it all.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. And now we will continue. And
okay, well, I did want to talk about something that we all naturally have, and I'm not talking intuition. And as you know, everybody is full of energy. Okay, we are energy.
Right.
Everything is an energy. Okay, so when we were young, it was never taught to us about having those, getting those vibrations, you know, like when a mother knows that a child is hurt.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's not explained out, that was never explained out to us. But we all have this ability within us that the vibrations are able So, how do you tune into an energetic vibration? Many people wonder how to tune into psychic information. The answer is simple. The energetic vibrations, each of our thoughts, our feelings, our ideas, and our emotions vibrate at specific frequencies, which we transmit into the world around us. For example, joy. Joy vibrates at one frequency, while fear vibrates at another. It is interesting to note that every disease also has a specific vibration. Okay? That's what I found interesting, too. When we receive the vibration of joy, if we can decode it, we always interpret this energetic vibration as joy. And when we receive the energy of fear, we always recognize it is a fear. Okay? These specific energies can be likened to a station on the radio. You will experience one emotion at 98.5 and a different one at 107.7. For some people, they are able to receive a broad range of channels, while for others, their ability is somewhat faulty or limited. Our ability to detect the subtle difference in colors would be another example of this phenomenon. Some people, phenomenon, that just reminds me of that song that the little hermits would sing or whatever. So some people can see a broad range of minute variations to a color's tone, while others are literally colorblind. The reason for these discrepancies are vast and varied. The energy of these energetic vibrations is transmitted and received by the virtue of resonance. In the natural world, resonance occurs not because forces causes the second object into motion. It is easy to see when discussing the action of tuning forks. Suppose 256 hertz tuning fork is mounted on a sound box. It is set up on a table, and the second 256 hertz tuning fork, the same hertz, is placed on a table nearby. When first tuning fork is struck, it begins to vibrate at its natural frequency of 250 hertz. The energy of the vibration is carried by sound waves through the ear. The essence, the air, is now tuned to the frequency of the vibrating tuning fork. Get it? Okay? So since both tuning forks share the same natural frequency of 250 hertz, when the sound waves strike the second tuning fork, it begins to vibrate as well. Okay, in essence, the tuning fork forces the second tuning fork into vibrational motion. So that's kind of how we are with our energy around us, our everyday surroundings. Okay, so it's bouncing off by different things. And that's why, by the way, if anybody buys like second-hand furniture or gives second-hand furniture, that furniture has those vibes within it. And you have a kind of, one way that I know is to set it out in the sun so pure energy gets into it. Anyway, so that's what vibration is. Okay, when we are excited, enthusiastic, joyful, or upset, we transmit the vibration of emotions through the subtle body. Via the chakras out into the environment where we essentially tune the environment. Once transmitted, the vibrations of these emotions can be received by the natives and the chakras of others and are filtered down through the subtle body until they reach their physical body, creating a feeling, a sensation, or a biological response. We experience physiological response when the energy we receive interacts with the nerve ganglia. It's like a biochemical response. The energy is physiological response, which can include corresponding thoughts, feelings, ideas, emotions, are then transmitted back through the subtle body and out into the world around. So what I mean the communication is actually the communication itself is sending some vibes out there. And we don't really always think about that, which is interesting too, because you can hear the tone of it, and that would be one way that you may build a consumption of the energy. You can see the beating of words. You might hear it, but if there's a big description word that comes through with it, you can probably taste that in your mind. Okay? So this happens to us all the time. What makes a clairvoyant psychic special is that they have learned to interact with and decode this information more readily. During a reading, they are tuning into these situations. Okay? Okay, and we all can do this, and that's what's so marvelous about the vibrations. And we need to teach others how this is going and how they can feel it and sense it and go deeper into what these vibrations are coming from and how and why. The auditory level or visual level are able to say what they are perceiving naturally. Okay, so what they are perceiving is being spoke to you, and you would be bringing back more with your what it means to be human, and it gives each of us. If we're opening to receive it, because we have to be open to these vibrations, and everybody says, "No, I want to learn how to do it." Well, you have to sense the energy around you. You have to practice that sensing that energy. What do you how can you feel? What is allowing you to see? All something that we have to all speak to it, but we only need to listen for it. And how do you, it's like a new makeup that is happening around it. And find you are part of this way that will raise the Earth's vibration. Even the Earth, the vibration begins from the Earth, from the tree, the leaf blowing in the wind, or the feel of the tree yourself. These vibrations that are coming off. And if you listen deeply to your heart, because you have a role in changing the world. Chances are you may have felt the call or shift. That started out maybe more than 8 years ago, or I'm going to go back even further now, maybe 10 times. But the 6 triggers for the shift in your thinking, perceptiveness, approach, mood, cities, or priority, might be a loss or death of someone you love, a divorce or a failed relationship, an illness or physical symptoms, or strong sense of dissatisfaction in the midst of accomplishment. An experience that you feel lost, confused, feel disconnected from your true purpose and path, in agony, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. The experience might look unfavorable, but this period of disconnection has to happen to prepare you for a special journey wherein your role is important as one of the very leaders for the new era that is arriving. And I'm not going to say arrive, but I'm going to say it's here. So this journey is allowing you to kind of up and go beyond just of what is and go deeper within yourself. Okay? And this is meant to help you with this first wave, this first group of people who will influence to change the vibration of the world. The challenges will give you persistence to resolve violent mental issues or attachment, intensify your talents, and connect you with the deepest parts of yourself. So far, you might consider yourself as part of this wave, but you may have the following experience as well. You may feel to have it. Am I going to get
You're doing fine.
Oh, okay. You may have a feeling that you don't fit in, you don't belong, or not able to connect.
I don't.
I know, me neither. It's funny because you want to be different. You don't want to be the same old kind of thing.
I don't want to be different. I am.
And I am because
I have Uranus rising. That's as different as you can go.
you have to try to find true home, your true spiritual family and community. You also may feel that something is around you and may fit into it. You may think that you're going to achieve success in relationships with people who have periods of intense setting of relationships, responsibilities, and priority. And maybe even give a time you do that or faster than ever. Not me, it's here to drag on.
I should be something.
Okay, but what about synchronicities that are happening in life? Prompting you to believe that there are no coincidences or accidents. Huh?
I agree.
Okay, it makes sense that may not be favorable, but the forthcoming global events have to happen that plan and events to keep it evolve. Here are some tips, okay? I'm closing in on this. The tips is you have to be in contact with others who possess high frequencies and vibrations. You have to understand and accept that your role in this world is figuratively and literally explosive. You may not save the whole world to actually take part in saving it, but shine your light, leave a presence. That might be what the world needs us to do. You have to learn to choose which foods are toxic for your particular body and which activities, environments that could help you the most. You have to heal residual mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional wounds. So you do have to do cleansing. And Peg Jones has this detail, which is absolutely awesome, so you need to check her out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you have to remember yourself that you can't save everybody, okay? Because everyone, you must practice, develop, and intensify your innate and learned skills and talents. On that note, that's something to think about. Maybe in the near future, the law of vibration will be a well-known fact for every single person in this planet. Just as much a fact as a planet being round and part of the Milky Way. Maybe it will be part of what kids learn in school. I hope so. And learning how to send out positive thoughts and vibrations as part of their behavior. I am positive that future generation will learn to understand this law of vibrations, the law of attraction and other universal laws governing our lives. It will become second nature to them. They don't have someone that's willing to put information to them at an early age.
You better go out and start doing it.
I've been doing it with my children.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I've been telling them what it feels like. If they're reading from a book, I let them get into it. You know what I mean? So it's helping them be more aware of the vibration of it and how we all before. So I think that's about it. Believe it or not, vibration. That everything is vibrating. Absolutely.
And did you ever notice that certain individuals are not in your life because they're probably not in the same vibe rate?
Well, yeah, but you know, that's okay because
It's okay. It is okay. Yes.
Yeah, and it is. It's like that you got to do a cleansing of yourself, okay, and clean out all that other stuff so that you can focus. And you find that others still around, you know?
If they raise their vibration.
Yes. And you learn to build some of the vibrations you're getting, just like the mother who knows something's wrong with her child, or I'm not going that way, I'm too afraid, or I'm feeling this fear because I'm going to walk down this alley, and I'm not going to do that, I'm going to go around the other way.
Right. And what you said about vibrations, your dog knew that I was upset. Come on. You're not even in my space. You're how many miles away, and your dog knew I was upset. Well,
yeah, and now they've been pretty quiet. And the thing is that our healing vibrations, when we connected, it's being sent out. And if the person isn't open to feeling them, it was a universal healing going out to whoever they need it. So think on that. Think about the vibrations and learn more of how you can teach your children these things. If you all have it, it took me a while to really kind of get into understand vibrations, you know, especially being as open as I was at 6 years of age. I mean, some of these things was very, very confusing. I didn't believe it. I don't know why.
why didn't you believe it?
Huh?
Why didn't you believe it?
Because I was able to pick up things and sense things that I wasn't, I could prove, okay? I couldn't validate what was happening, but when something happened that I felt uncomfortable with, it turned out that that's what it was I felt this coming on, you know, and you can't pinpoint it to somebody that doesn't understand what you're actually going through. It's important to know your vibration, and then to learn how to control those vibrations, whether putting them out or taking them in, also very important. So, I just wanted to, I know we're not here, people already know about that, so we have a wonderful little story. And the readings are absolutely wonderful. We thank you very much all for contributing, and we know that we look forward to and enjoy doing your reading for you. You get to choose which reading that we have put out there. Janice does Schuster, she does the astrology, and she's an author, and you check out her blog, okay, because she's really, really good. And we're offering these things because it's a way for you to get to know us on that area as well, giving the readings. And we'll probably be doing some readings for others online. So keep an eye out for us. Jan, do you have any last words?
Yes. No victimhood at all for anyone. No, don't be a victim, and stand in your power at all times if you can.
Yes. Yeah, and don't let it...
Because that's the same thing as what you're talking about with the energy and the vibrations. If you're victim, if you're going to play victim, your energy is going to be very low. If you're going to be standing in your power, you're going to bring you're going to bring everything out to the surface so that you can take big leaps that you want to take.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful thing. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
And so glad to have done this. And it took us a little bit, but we got here. We were determined. You were determined too.
Thanks to Cameron.
Yes. All right. Love and light, everybody.
Have a good night. Love you guys.